Time for a quick channel update. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, folks. JD here again. So it's been a good couple of months since my last video, so sorry for the lack of content. I'm sure you're all desperate for the next update that I bring out each time. Not. However, I just wanted to touch base just to kind of outline what I've been doing and what I'm going to hopefully be covering over the next couple of months in terms of the channel. Thank you for your continued support. Believe it or not, even though I've not actually put a video out for 2 months or so, the channel seems to be still growing. Subscriptions are up to nearly 4,500, which is brilliant, so thank you very much for that. Content views seem to be about the same whether I actually make a new video or not, so that's quite good, I suppose. I've been building a garden room and kind of been generally tarting up the garden for the last couple of months, so I just haven't had time to make any videos. But what I did want to announce is that last few videos I was starting to talk about electric vehicles and the OMI charger and salary sacrifice schemes and that kind of thing, and I'm excited to announce that I have actually finally pulled the plug on an electric car order. And I've gone for the Tesla Model 3. Now, why have I gone for the Tesla Model 3? When most of my videos and most of my discussion was on the Polestar 2. Well, the reason for that is I was dead set on a Polestar 2. I really wanted to get a Polestar 2. I didn't consider the Tesla Model 3 at all. We were about to place an order on a Polestar 2 about a month ago, and they'd closed the order book. And we couldn't place an order. And about a week ago to 10 days ago, they opened the order book again. But two problems. One, they couldn't fulfill any orders until September this year at the earliest, and that just didn't fit in with my circumstances. I need to sell the McCann to basically pay for the garden room that I've just been building, and my credit card's taking a beating, and I just couldn't wait till September. And the second problem, even if I could have waited till September, was that the Polestar 2's prices have gone up, and no longer is, I suppose it was the Polestar 2 launch edition, no longer is that specification, so four-wheel drive, long range, panoramic roof and all the kind of autopilot-y bits, no longer is that specification comparable really in price with the Tesla Model 3 long range. So I think it was going to probably work out, given the fact that obviously recently the government £3,000 grant has been pulled for any cars over 40 grand, I think it is. So given the fact that the £3,000 grant had disappeared, and the fact that it's gone up about £3,000 as well to where it was before, it's effectively £6,000 more expensive than it was when I was looking before. And the Tesla Model 3, just after they cut the grant, they reduced the price by 1,500 quid. So the retail price before the grant on the Tesla Model 3 long range standard spec was about 49,990, something like that. Obviously with the grant it was 46,990. A few days after the grant was pulled, Tesla knocked 1,500 quid off their price. I don't know about the other two versions, but certainly on the long range they dropped it by 1,500 quid. So interestingly now, to get a comparable specification of the Polestar 2, yes, there are cheaper versions. So there is a couple of front-wheel drive versions, and they've taken the standard plus and the pilot pack, is it? I can't remember what it's called now. But they've taken those two packs off, and you can get a standard spec two-wheel drive Polestar 2 for 40 grand or so. But for me, the comparable specification with all the bits and bobs against the Tesla Model 3 is now 4.5 grand more expensive. So I started to consider the Tesla Model 3, and I went for a drive a week ago, and I was actually quite surprised. I personally, when I was looking, really didn't like this interior. One, I thought the quality was not going to be up to scratch, and I thought it was going to rattle. I thought the materials weren't going to be very good, for all these horror stories you read about the Teslas. And secondly, I just didn't think I would like the minimalist nature of it. Now with the MIC cars, the made in China cars, which have started hitting the UK from the 21 registrations, March the 1st, I think the quality's generally got better. I don't know, but only from videos I've seen myself, the paint quality seems better. The interior obviously was improved at the end of 2020, getting rid of this piano black area here, etc. And also, the latest editions from March onwards have got this new extra bit on the inlay cards here, on the door cards, and that kind of I was quite impressed with. The one thing I didn't like, which I knew I wouldn't like, was the wooden trim. So to be a bit different, the spec I've ordered is the standard long range car with the white pearlescent paint. The nice thing about it is the standard colour is still a metallic white, so it's not a flat white. It's a really nice kind of sparkly, silvery white colour, certainly in the sunshine. I've gone for the standard 18-inch wheels, although as some of you will know, you can take these trims off to reveal a more traditional looking alloy wheel, so I might do that. But what I have gone for is the white interior, and I just think it's amazing. I mean, it's not even cream, it's not ivory like you'd get on most cars, it's pure white, and it's what they call a vegan leather, so it's really smooth. It's supposed to be, and I don't know, but as you know I'm into detailing, so I'll do a few videos on it. It's supposed to be really quite hard wearing, gene transfer, things like that. Apparently wipe off really easily. They've got a nice coating on from the factory apparently, so it's hopefully it's going to be fairly easy to keep clean. Essentially it's white on the doors rather than wood on the doors. Still plenty of black. It's a nice Alcantara. I think that might be, I don't know whether that's white or not. I thought that was white, but maybe it's not. That's, if it's the same as the black interior, that's really nice. That's like an Alcantara material, so that's quite nice. And the seats are just pure white. And when you sit in it, with the huge glass roof that goes right down to the rear screen, there's basically a centre pillar here with a couple of lights on it, but it goes right down here. With the white headlining and the white seats, it's going to look brilliant. So I'm really excited. Hopefully I'm going to get it in about a month's time, middle of May hopefully. And obviously the spirit of this channel is all about car finance rather than actually testing cars. I'm going to put out a few videos on my experience. So getting the car, charging the car at home using the Ohmi charger. We'll go to a supercharger, we'll test out things like that. And we'll test things like consumption on my daily commute. So maybe a daily commute and a weekly commute. And we'll run some figures and we'll compare it with how much I hopefully, well I know I will be, saving against what I used to pay or what I currently pay in the diesel Macan. So I hope that's going to be useful. I hope that's interesting. As I say, sorry for the lack of content, but there will be some videos coming in the next month or so, mainly concentrating on the running and the finance side of the Tesla. I'll also explain how I'm paying for it. You might be surprised at how cheap this car's working out, certainly if you go down the company salary sacrifice route. As always, if you do want a copy of either the PCP spreadsheet or the newer spreadsheet, which lets you compare a salary sacrifice scheme versus a car allowance scheme, if you're, say, currently running a diesel on a car allowance scheme and maybe your employer's thinking of going for a salary sacrifice scheme, I've got a spreadsheet that will let you make comparisons, let you put your tax code in. You know, if I'll just show you here, look, so essentially we'll let you put all your details in, all your pre-tax wages, any pension contributions, what your tax code is, what the benefit in kind is on a company car, and it will let you compare if you're going to make any savings. I've also got the now infamous PCP spreadsheet, which will enable you to calculate all your costs, your early settlement figure, your amortization table, so what you owe at any given time. So if you would like a copy of either of those spreadsheets, do feel free to fling me an email here, and it's a one-off donation of £10, including any future updates. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care.